Alright, I'm going to do a quick review today on my Kershaw Cryo. I'll tell you what got me into this knife it was 2 years ago, Father's Day, and I just had my kid, and my wife, but from my daughter, got me this Kershaw Cryo engraved. Daddy's my hero. Then love Kaylee. I carried this knife every day. I ended up loving this knife. It's, there's speed safe technology on it. It's seen some use on it. Kind of marred up a little bit over here on the side if the camera will pick it up. But I carried this one every day, I'd say, for probably, I don't know, a year and a half, up until the Christmas of the following year, when I ended up getting another Kershaw Cryo. So I carried this one every day for probably about, about a year and a half, I guess. I just switched my everyday carry knife when I went to Blade Show, and I picked up the Bitch-Made Barrage, which I did a video on my Blade Show scores. But let me tell you about this knife. Well, let me tell you about Kershaw in general. I mean, Kershaw is, their knives are very, very reasonably priced, in my opinion, for what you get. For the quality of knife you get and the warranty you get, it's a quality knife. You get good blade steel. Most of them are CR123 MOV. Sharpens up pretty good. Very functional. This was one of my first Kershaws. I ended up getting, before I really knew anything about knives or anything, I was more of a gun guy, and I was at a gun show, and I picked up the Kershaw trimmer maybe 3 years ago, something like that. And then this was this one here is my second Kershaw. After I got this one, I fell in love with Kershaw. I'm gonna move you over to my little Kershaw stuff. Welcome to the garage. So this is some of my knives, but this drawer here is some of my Kershaw collections. That these knives here are just not assigned to anything. No pack, no bag. They're just Kershaws that I have. The CQ C7K, the Leak. Which one we got here? The Skyline. I think that's the Blur, the Clash, the Volt 2, the Chill. The Tiger Stripe Blur, the Cryo 2, the Speed Bump, and this one is another Blur, the Navy Stonewash, and the Speed Bump. This one actually isn't. This one's the what is this one? Oh, there we go. The Scarlet Black. But I actually, since I'm doing this video real quick, I'll set that right there. Let me bring over the Cryo 2. The Cryo 2 is just a larger version of the Cryo. And I bought this to carry, and I'll be honest with you, I just never did. I ain't carried this one a day in my life. That's what I originally got it for. I never carried it. So in comparison, let me slide it over here so you can see. That is the comparable sizes right there. So ain't gonna be super technical. I never am. But from tip of the blade roughly to the rear of the handle, a little less than, what was it, 7 3/4? Is that what it said? Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, about 7.5. Original Cryo, we're coming in about 6.5. The blade length on the original Cryo, you're looking about 3 inches. On the Cryo 2, about 3.5. So this here, kind of light sometimes the way it comes in. is the Cryo 2, and this here is the original Cryo. The one thing I like about these knives, and one reason this became my everyday carry, was what I love, and this is my personal preference, is a deep carry pocket clip. With that deep carry pocket clip, you don't have a whole lot of that knife, none actually, sticking up out of your pocket, and that's what I like. And I'll show this one. They have the same style deep carry pocket clips on both models. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, just a real quick. I mean, it's nothing fancy. I mean, like if you watch any of my other reviews, it's more of just showing you an item. I know if you're like me, a lot of times you'll get online, you want to, you know, buy an item from somewhere, and there's one photo. This is what you'll see of the knife. So if you want to buy this knife, this is what you see. You might even see a picture of the box. You might see something like that. But more likely, this is what you're going to see. You're not actually going to see the knife and be able to turn it and actually look at every piece of the knife and see the full size of it. This one feels a lot better in the hand. I mean, it's bigger. I mean, I have big hands. You know, I'm a pretty big sized guy. I'm 6'4". So I mean, like, you know, this knife here in my hand is here, where the Cryo, you know, a lot smaller, is that size in comparison. If I lay them over top of each other, then what you'll see the difference. So it really is personal preference, what you're really looking at, getting the knife for, how you want to carry it. If you like the deep carry pocket clips, a lot of people don't, because they say they have a hard time getting it out. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, I never had an issue when I needed it to ever get it out. You know, I never tried to rip it out of my pocket in an emergency neither, so I mean, I can't say that, you know, if I'm right or wrong. But I really do like this Cryo too. I might actually carry this for a little while, come back and do a better review on it. They're just a nice knife. I mean, these Kershaws, I mean, it's got the jimping up top, same thing. It's the 8CR13 MOV steel. I mean, it's such a great knife. It really is. So hopefully, you know, if you're interested in this knife, maybe this video swayed you one way or the other. If not, you got a better look at the knives, comparing them to one another. Thanks for watching.